I'm Quent.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got here early.
It's
I'm
in your
Aron.
teeth.
It's probably more teeth. Not very pretty.
Together we're Quent and Aron.
You're here early, so good to see you. We were talking about something. She took the notes. I didn't. Shocking.
Yeah.
Here, I don't need to actually see anything, so here we go. Maybe tapped out on the reflection, maybe not. Don't know. Everything's a blur. I look so much better without my glasses on. At least I think I do. I've got that nice soft focus now.
We were going to talk about writing action scenes.
She was going to talk about that. I was just going to run my mouth.
This is true. Yes. Also
What I do
true.
best. Really.
No, action scenes are something that I love. That's always been kind of my bag when it comes to movies all the time, books. It's largely action adventure based, like Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, gunfights, sarcasm, fast paced. That's what I really enjoy. It's escapism at its best. And that's what we've brought into a lot of our books and the characters that, we love and have developed a whole world around. So,
but the sarcasm and the fast pace is a lot easier to do because it's just naturally sarcastic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just talk like a real person. We got this down, bangity bang, but when you start actually fighting, that gets complicated. Limbs end up in strange places and things, and then I don't know who's where and how did he get his knee to there if he was over here. And you're like, no, it just happened. I'm like, but I don't understand.
No. But you do. So, fun fact, we both have backgrounds in mixed martial arts.
Ha! Bet you didn't see that one come in. But you really should think with mouths like ours, we probably need to know how to fight because it's not like I'm running. Literally took Krav Maga so I wouldn't have to run because I'm too old and fat to run away. I'm gonna have to be able to protect myself. Because you know, this running my mouth gonna get me killed one day.
And I took Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai. And I really did not like Jiu-Jitsu because that actually is like a chess game where you have to plot like 5 moves out, and I'm just not down for that.
Panthers.
Oh, you got it.
I remember that. Panthers. 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 Ooh, we could get tattoos.
No, none of that. But to do, when we're writing a fight scene, which I actually really love, the joke between us is if Aron got to write a story, it would be all characters sitting around and talking and feeling and not doing anything, and then my characters would always just be in fights and running their mouths sarcastically and shooting things and making explosions happen.
I don't think any characters would talk, they just sit there and think.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be interesting? Just an entire book of people
like,
thinking.
Just thinking.
It's like cartoons with just thought bubbles.
Which is why we make a great team, because we can make that balancing act happen where there is some introspection and we also have characters that do things and like a plot that moves along.
Just as some form of resolution. What a crazy concept.
Just why things work. But when it comes to writing fight scenes, I love them. And they're hard to keep track of, and I think one of the keys is you play it out in your head. And we both have backgrounds where we kind of know the moves that it takes, and a lot of times you wind up like closing your eyes and kind of moving through it in your head. I've also wound up
no one does smoke with you
moving through it, just like mimicking it to see like what you actually are physically capable of doing.
She's throwing hands there.
Yeah.
I like to think about it like this. No, if you're going to take a punch full force by someone who weighs 50 pounds more than you, you're probably not getting back up until you wake up in the ambulance, or possibly after your stint at the ICU.
There's that reality too. So writing fight scenes is one thing, then the aftermath of those fight scenes is another thing. And in order to really kind of keep things reality based,
that's my son in the other room playing a video game. If you hear strange murmuring coming through, ducking over us, not a ghost.
It wasn't him talking over me. It's just you.
No, I always do. You should be used to it. I know. I don't have an off
I'm going to start saying something, and then you're going to interrupt.
So I'm pretty sure that picked up. Pretty sure that picked up on the mic, though. You occasionally hear, like, very deep voice yelling and muffled swearing coming from there. Don't worry, he's just playing Minecraft. This was brought to you by Minecraft, the game to make your kids swear. Hashtag not sponsored.
Totally forgot what I was saying.
So I've totally lost the track too. Talk about fight scenes and the reality of it and the aftermath is different.
Yes. Look at you go.
Somebody was listening.
No, but you cannot get into a fight, like a barroom brawl, get hit by a 2x4, by a bat. You cannot get thrown out of a window. You can't do any of those things without paying for it for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And there's concussions, there's stitches, there's scars, there's blood loss, there's antibiotics, there's ramifications for all of it, that a lot of times I don't really see playing into things. But it's something that you have to adapt to. If you have a scene where you get into a fight and now you have a bunch of broken ribs, it's going to make your next scene harder. And the character's going to have to figure out how to deal with that.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to be done. Trying not to talk over you. A little physical reminder.
Oddly, still distracted.
I don't know why you're looking at me and not the camera. Because I'm so beautiful. Sorry, did I bother you? Fight about it?
I do, but we'll have to plot it out in our head with schematics.
You don't have to fight me, just talk. You'll throw your hands up. Down I'll go.
Writing the scene, since there's 2 of us and we're generally on opposite coasts through a computer, there's a lot of instant messaging and calls going on. I'm like, wait, where's their elbow? What happened to their leg? And trying to make sure that we're all on the same page on where all of the limbs are. Hey, how hard did that actually hit him?
Where was that?
Damage is done.
He's listening to this?
My all-time favorite is, they're really going to hurt each other, and we have all of the characters busy. Nobody can break them up. How do we stop this from them both winding up in the hospital? Because then we have no book.
We need them in the next scene. Don't worry, Dex got this covered. Into the pool you go.
Jackass.
Very effective.
Yeah, how about we just don't have the fight, we'll toss him in a pool.
Cannot afford
So
to be
angry
down
at that.
Can't afford to be down a medic right now. I'm going to have to put on your big boy panties. Would they be big boy panties? Is that acceptable? Well, it is now.
Pretty sure
Because they're
still
Panthers.
calls them panties.
Panthers.
Yeah.
Panthers.
I like that you're not going to let that go.
Nope. In the next 27 videos. I'll be like senile and 139 years old and can't remember anything else. They'll be like Panthers.
Yeah.
No, I have a lot of trouble tracking fight scenes, and I think my problem was because of the background. I was trying to over-explain it. I'm like, no, we need to explain how this punch was thrown. That it was an elbow up to the lead and pulled down to the knee. Recovery, throw back. And yeah, you don't really need to get that detailed about it. You do need to show it, but let people's imaginations fill in a lot of the details so you don't have a 37-page fight scene.
Yes.
Fights are quick.
They are. They're quick and they're brutal. And if you ever watch the UFC, there's like 5 rounds of 5-minute rounds. I can't
No, boxing
remember.
is 3.
Boxing is 3. Well, yeah. But point being,
And they're padded.
They're fast, and you see these guys getting gassed, and that's not a brawl. Like, there are rules to those. In a barroom brawl or a fight, there are no rules. And the other thing is, a lot of times people just want to get away from the fight. They're not Cruiser, who enjoys the fight.
They're Emery.
They want to throw a punch and then get away. So, it's like maybe 2 minutes that you're describing, and it should be quick. And it's short, fast sentences. There's no fancy like connector words. It is bare bones description. There's pain, there's sensation, there's sound of punches, flesh hitting flesh. But
thank you. Flesh being flesh.
I got that.
Right now, we want to hear the sound of one hand clapping up against my head.
A meaty thud.
No, more like hitting a rock. Like, doing.
Yeah.
No, they should be quick. They should be fast. And if you're ever been unfortunate enough to be in one or see a fight, there's not heavy thinking going on. It's muscle memory. It is fight or flight.
It's
Get punches
muscle
in, get the
memory,
fuck
and
out.
they're fast.
His girlfriend's also there. I think they're playing Animal Crossing now.
It doesn't sound pleasant.
I'm sure Ducky deserves it. Use a code name for him too.
Yeah, maybe they need to have a safe word.
Slap the silly out of you. Knock it off. Mommy's filming a more important video. Stuff she can't remember what she's talking about. Fights. Quick, fast, furious, no real hard thinking.
No, well, that's the other thing is people get pulled into describing every little action, and the thing about fights is they're fast, which we've mentioned, but you can't keep track of what the other person's doing. It's all done on a subconscious reaction level. So if you don't have a character that is into, like, does fighting, training for it, then it's going to be an even quicker fight because they don't have the muscle memory to react. So it's not even there. So now they're just going to get the snot kicked out of them. Yay!
Well, and it's also like you don't remember in a fight.
You don't.
Like my fight against my one-time bully when I was like 7, dude. She pushed me, and to this day, I do not remember swinging, but I'll never forget the sound of a Wonder Woman lunchbox metal bouncing off of someone's head, and the sound of that latch coming open and the thermos hitting the ground. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember ever anything after she pushed me through that.
And I think those are the details that kind of add more to it than, oh, he threw a left cross. It's the table shattered underneath of them, and, you got hit in the head with a table leg.
That's going to be pretty much the end of that.
Right, but it's the collateral damage, which is descriptive, and it kind of demonstrates how much force is being thrown around.
Because, they can be playing around. It can be like a play fight where they're going to go half punches or training, but you're really not going to be focused on the peripheral.
Yeah.
You're going to be aware of where the other danger is, but you're not into like how many steps they took, or like you're not going to be like, yeah, I got a punch to the face and knocked out my tooth, and I was like, oh, great, more, yay. There's going to be an ow.
Yeah, there's going to be an ow, and it's, I think, more, your head got knocked back to the side and you got knocked off balance, and you stumbled and
trying to clear your head,
and figure out where they were, and by the time they recovered, all they could do was grab their shirt and try to get their feet back under them.
And try not to let Wolf take them to the ground.
No,
never let Wolf take you to the ground. That's the end of that game.
Chance knows as soon as he's on the ground, it's over.
They all pretty much know that.
No, Cruiser does not know that.
Cruiser does know that. He just doesn't care. He thinks this time it's going to be different. This time she's not going to pull the football away from me, and I'll be able to kick that field goal. Freaking Charlie Brown. I was like, it'll be different this time. This time when he gets down, his 4 inches of height and 70 pounds of muscle on me is not going to work in his favor this time because I got heart, man. I got heart.
Really, he's just got anger and determination.
I'll bite your leg off. I will.
So yeah. Short,
fast, furious, and real consequences.
Yeah.
Like, it really drives me crazy when you see these long Hollywood fights or you read them and these people just keep getting hit and get up. Getting hit is not fun. It's really not. It's not enjoyable. It does not feel good.
And even if you win the fight,
you
still hurt the next day.
Yeah, how bad depends, but you get clocked full force by someone. Yeah, no, and it really drives me crazy when you have a horrible, physical mismatch.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow that's never taken into account. Where, okay, you're 6'4", she's 5'2".
I'm sorry, your 5'2" female is not going to beat the 6'4" guy up. It's not going to happen.
Unless, she's
I don't
had
care
training.
How much femininity and female power.
Canceled again. If she's had training, she can probably get a first punch in. If they're drunk and stupid, you might be able to get that surprise element and go into it, but it is not the norm at all.
No.
I'm not going to be able to throw a punch hard enough to knock out a 300-pound muscle head. That's not going to happen.
Sorry, Angelina Jolie, I don't buy it.
Dude, she was 98 pounds.
Uh-huh.
She's 5'10". I mean,
She's
compare that
5'10".
I think she's like 5'9", 5'10", yeah. Think of how thin
No,
that is.
that's my size.
Yeah. Think of how thin that is in reality.
Yeah, no, that's unhealthy and malnourished.
There's no muscle mass behind that. Now, you get someone who's like a trained 5'9", someone trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu who's got the muscle mass behind them. You're going to have more of a fight against average dudes, but we're working...
What's her name? Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
You have her as a character, fine, go ahead. Put her up against your guys, and she'll probably stand a pretty good chance, if not win.
But you put them up against the guys a little taller
You
than
take
her
your
that has as
regular
much
female
shooting.
character, and you put them in a fight, and it's not believable. You want to show that they're strong, figure out a different way.
You are. Emery's very, very strong. She knows how to get the drop on you real fast.
She also knows how to get out.
She knows that she can get you in other ways from far away in the safety of somewhere warm, say the Grand Canyons. Then she can destroy your life.
Yes, she can.
But yeah, keep it real, keep it quick, don't overthink the details. Remember, it hurts. And consequences.
Yeah. It hurts for a couple weeks.
Yeah, well, we had to stop punching Bruiser in the head because we're like, he's going to have a serious concussion problem.
Yeah.
We finally made him wear a helmet on the motorcycle, too. Between these two things.
That's a whole. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be sitting with a coloring book. Going outside the lines.
I'm really not happy about that. We have to not get him knocked out again. Okay, can we just break his arm? Well, no, because he needs to start IVs on people in the next scene. Okay, can we break his left arm?
We have other people who can help with that. We're all trained in that. He's just better at it. Emery would be like, don't worry, I was a doctor 2 weeks ago.
No, you weren't.
I what?
Okay, this is a whole other video.